A long time have I watched the man called Darth Vader from the darkness, from the shadows of my master's chambers. The last of the Jedi Knights, the last of 2 Sith Lords, a solitary man with an unquenched thirst for revenge. He now pursues the last stragglers of the Alliance to the 4th moon of Yavin, where he will unleash his anger and avenge the destruction of the Death Star. I believe the rebels scarcely know the swift and sudden retribution that awaits them.
Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Now, I'm quite sure when you were growing up, you saw a game at a friend's place or somewhere back in the days gone by, and you always wanted to get your hands on it. I had few occasions like this, and I would like to talk about some of the games I was able to come across despite the hardship of trying to get them, and some that I'm still looking for, even though some of them might be bad or not great, but I still am looking and hoping. So you got to understand that when I was growing up, we had never any consoles or any high-end PCs back at home. When everyone else was playing Warcraft 3 The Frozen Throne, I was glad I was able to run Age of Empires 2. As I got older and my systems eventually got better, and no, I have zero idea what were the specs of them. Anyhow, what usually happened was that I had to go to see my friend and often watch them play the game. I enjoyed it, and this is how I came across some of them. Max Payne 2, for example, and more. And one of the best examples was Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds Saga. I still remember when I went to one of my buddies for a weekend sleepover. Yes, I'm that old. And in the evening, he booted up Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. And I need to come up with like some shortcut for this. You see, the game blew my mind as I knew in my gut my system can A, run it, B, it had Star Wars, C, since I had the days dumped into Age of Empires 2, this was basically it with just a Star Wars theme. I got immediately hooked, and when I saw that it had even the expansion with the Clone Wars, I definitely wanted to get this. Unfortunately, due to weird circumstances, my friend moved away, and back then there was no Facebook or anything that would allow me to connect, and at that time we used to use ICQ, which was a really neat thing. It just did not have any file sharing, and therefore I had no chance to ask him to copy the game on a disc for me. So over the years, I spent time on this one website looking for the game, and well, it took years, and finally it was there. Trust me, I checked every store for video games, but due to the game's age and how stores operate, you know, mostly keeping the new stuff around and just some titles till a certain year back for a certain type of console, it would be like asking about a copy of Age of Empires 1 or 2 from them. So yeah, I was not proud about my choice, and if you have the chance, please do not pirate a game. Buy it to support the developer. So fun thing was that I was able to come across the game, and I was struggling to run it. You know, if you ever had a game from not official disc, you had to crack it and do all sorts of tweaking in order to run it. So after attempts and like 5 years went by since I played the game at my friend's place, I was finally able to run it at home. for a few weeks. The system which I had was getting super old, and my parents decided to surprise me with a newer system. Guess what? I had to go through the whole cracking process again, and the fun thing was, no matter what I did, the new system just didn't allow me to run it. The worst thing ever was that I found, even on Facebook eventually, the group of fans for the game who kept it alive with a bunch of mods even. I mean, you look over the damn page now, and there are mods covering even the new movies released in the last few years. So I kept looking for the official game. It took another amount of years till I came across CD Projekt's Red's side gig. Should I call it side gig? Well, anyhow, it came in shape and size of what we call today good old games, or GOG. And there it was. That feeling I had when I purchased it and installed it, and it ran without any issue, and before I was unable to even play the expansion with the Clone Wars. I was finally able to try a Clones versus Confederacy, or Clones versus Empire, and more variations. Of course, like a year later, Steam totally pissed me off by adding it to their store, since fans have been requesting it for ages, and I was tired after all those years of writing on the Facebook website, where can I get the original game? Unfortunately, nobody was able to help me. So now, to make up for the sins of my past, I have Galactic Battlegrounds both from Good Old Games and Steam. And no, I don't tend to buy the same game more times, especially these days. Don't buy the same game more times. So this was a story with a good end. However, I was growing up and I became a huge fan of watching walkthroughs on YouTube. Man, I still remember what game got me hooked. But I guess that is content for maybe another episode. So what has caught my eyes was Turok. Turok? Turok? You wanna rock? I don't know, just go with my horrible pronunciation. The game was released back in 2008. The game had everything. Massive T-Rex battles, raptors chasing after you, killing some rogue agent who used to be a member of your squad, or at least I think that's how the story goes. I don't really remember, and I did not look it up on the wiki page. So I liked it, but at the time I did not have system, yet again, that can run it. I'm kind of starting to feel like that is my constant issue, even though I have just a goddamn laptop. But I mean, I'm still super happy with it, just lately I feel the limitations of 8 gigs of RAM, trust me. Well, the game was out, I liked it. Time goes by, of course, being a kid, only having small allowance, till I was able to get a better computer that can run it. The shelf life, however, of a game was way gone at that time. So despite looking over stores, they did not have the copy, and when I turned to the old tricks of that website, believe it or not, I did not find a copy. I guess the game was just not as popular, which makes me confused, as few years old games were not that hard to come across, especially considering the fact that I was not able to find a cracked version of Turok, but I was still able to find Battlegrounds. So yes, Certain games I was able to come across, certain games I'm still trying to get my hands on. Certain games which are coming out I am looking forward to, but I'm also a bit terrified. Look, recently we had an influx of remasters. I had even seen a video from IGN that there is a remaster supposed to happen for the first Crisis game. And to me that is just completely idiotic, all things considered. I know I have a laptop, but I cannot run even the basic first original Crisis from 2008 or whenever was the game released on my current setup. Yes, I can run it on my old system with the Intel 74770K and all the other funky stuff that is inside of that lovely PC. But, I mean, I don't know. Look, the remasters are a cool thing because certain games were published during the 32-bit systems, so they will not be compatible with the 64 bits that we have today, and therefore I can understand. But if you're trying to do a remaster for a game which can still destroy someone's system today, I feel like I should probably make a separate video for that, so maybe consider subscribing to the channel when it will drop. I will see what I will be able to come across. Don't get me wrong, it's really difficult to determine these discussion videos and what sort of topic or idea might pop into my head, and for me to write a potential script so it's at least watchable. But yeah, we all have probably experienced missing out on certain games because, well, finances, limitation, hardware, whatever has happened in our life, we are probably still chasing after some sort of funky game. But the thing is that potentially, thanks to the comment section here, we might be able to help each other out. Who knows? Look, if you want to give a shot to the Star Wars Battlegrounds, go for it. There are even mods to upgrade the textures and help out with the overall game. The Facebook website, which I talked about, had recently a patch which even had, I believe, certain content from like the Star Wars Episode 8 movie. I'm not really sure if there's gonna be something from Star Wars 9. I personally did not enjoy that movie that much, so I'm not really looking for content from that, but who knows? Star Wars Episode 7 was just remade New Hope, and well, we all know how they redid certain features from the 8th movie, from Empire Strikes Back, and well, the last one was just yeah. So anyhow, if you have certain games which you are still probably looking for, or if you were able to come across a game after a long time which you came across by some sort of accident or miracle or something, to me that also happened, for example, for the first Zoo Tycoon, because it had the expansion for the dinosaurs and also the aquatic marine animals, so you were able to create like a water world or something like this. And I came across that game in a store that was trying to get rid of the old stock of items, and I got it for like $2 or something, which was for me just so amazing. I like rushed through the crowd and just slammed the disc on the table, and I was like, I want this, I'm taking this, I don't care. There were like people who were holding like weird looking games and stuff, looking at me that I'm holding some relic from the ancient times. But yeah, Zoo Tycoon was also a fun game for me, and I know today we have all sorts of beautiful games which allow you to build parks for dinosaurs and all the other funky stuff, but I don't know. I'm a relic too, so I like to play some of the older games. And yeah, like I said, maybe in the comment section we might be able to help each other out to come across a game which we are still looking for. If someone can tell me where in the world can I get my hands on Turok, I would be super happy. If I can help you get your hands on something legally, that is, since that website went down, I'm gonna try to do so. But I would like to thank you for watching this discussion video. Do note that I publish episodes 5 days a week, so if you are looking for a new channel to subscribe to, maybe consider mine. You might be pleasantly surprised by some of the goofy stuff I got here, and who knows, maybe I will see you at the next one. Till then, best of luck, pleasant gaming, bye-bye.
The cowardly demolition of Yavin Base cost us many good troopers, but the capture of General Dodonna far outweighs the loss. Our revenge is complete.